Yeah. Today we are going to explain about in IAM. So IAM means Identity Access Management. Okay, so IAM basically used for in creating the users, groups, policies, and service also. It will use for in when you are creating the services, IAMs, whatever the service. For example, any services, it's required for it roles and policies. Okay, for that we'll use for an IAM. So there is a two ways you can search. Either you can recently visited means directly you can click here. If it is not there, this is the search button and click here in IAM. You just type it here IAM. So it will go to IAM. So there is no user. This is a fresh account. Okay. First, I will create for in this is from root user from it you. Okay. So you don't use for in root user. Create IAM user and add it. Okay. So you can use the operations. For example, this is for your admin account. So I create in user group, I will create. So what I will create user group as the admin. So this admin means he has all the access. Okay. So I will create the admin. I will user group name as I created admin. I will give that roles and policies. See, if you see here, these are all the policy names. Okay. So if you give IAM admin access, you have in all the operations. So if I expand here, see here is the role. So it is telling that this is just a JSON file. It is telling that action and resource. If it is a star means allow for in all the operations, edit access, delete access, all the operations. Okay, so this is for your own user. So I'm creating as a you are as an admin. You have in all the rights to do it. Okay, I'm creating the group. Okay, I have created the group. Okay, this is admin group. And I will create one more group as a reader group. Okay, create a group is the reader. So in real time, it will be a different scenario. It's a support or a development like that will be there. So this is a learning purpose. I'm creating the reader group. In reader group, what permissions I will give? Read access only I will give.
So in admin group, if we need to add one more person also, we can add
We can add that also I will explain you. Okay, same group we can add in multiple persons also. Okay, read access. There are so many files are there. Let me I am typing the policy name in the outside and giving it because we have a lot of things to search it. Okay. I just search the policy name and I will add it in here. Directly I will copy paste and I will get it. I will give like, I will change it where that policy name not identified, okay, admin, all the policies I want, read. So I will change to some of the policies I will give, EC2 read only, like that I will give, some of the service only. It means that only this particular service only you can able to read it. Okay, see, if you see that like action is EC2 describe, okay, means EC2 you can able to see it. Same thing like we have in admin read access also, but I am not able to see. So that's why I'm doing the normally, okay. I'm creating that read access is user, okay. So this is the reader group. Only this reader group only we can see it only, so
One services.
this is one services only you can read it. For example, we can add the number of users, but still that guy only can see it is only one services.
Okay.
For example, in reader access, I want to give some S3 bucket related permissions. Okay. I want to give some S3 bucket also. Add permissions. Add permissions. Or there is a one more is there inline policy also creation. Now we are creating only some admin type is only read access. So I'm giving only read access. I'm creating for S3 read access. S3 full access means they can see full access. I want for only the read access, right? Only read access I will give S3. Okay. So if I want to give another service also, so I want to give VPC read access. So Amazon VPC read access only. I'm giving the VPC also read access. Only those services only. Whoever is attached to this reader group, those people only can able to access it. Okay.
One doubt, Ram.
Yeah.
So in the reader group, we are adding like a 2-3 members and as a like a user. So can we restrict like a one person? Can we able to like see only the one or two services and other person?
Then we have to group new group.
Okay. So
New
this
group.
What are the services we added? They can
Those
see everything.
services all can access it. So how many people are in?
So you cannot restrict anybody.
You cannot restrict it this group. Other group you can restrict it. For example, I want to give only the EC2 and I want to give VPC. Only do and only these two services I want to give access. I create the group name. Okay. And I will add it only the EC2 and those things. Okay. EC2 read. See, EC2 read only access. And VPC read only access. Okay. Based on this policies only will work. Okay. If you give full access means you can do all the things. Okay. So VPC read only access.
So these all are AWS services.
Policies, rules and policies.
These are only IAM policies.
IAM policies. Okay. Based on this IAM policies only, it will create the services, delete all the things will work. Okay. Now I am created the 3 groups. I am going to create the one user. So I create your name as a user. Okay. Username is so I'm create as a Sampath as a one user. Okay, your user. Okay, you are going to use only based on this URL also I will provide those only you can use. So there is I explained you. If you click this one, this console access you will get. If you are not clicking this one, you will not get console access. When you are not get the console access, you can use a different way. SDK or is a Terraform that access key and secret key using those way you can use it. So now is I am accessing, I am giving that in the console access also. I want to create IAM user. Okay. So this one you can leave it. I want to create an IAM user. This to specify an identity center. So this identity center means that is something different. Okay. Only particular cloud only if I want to give. This is for I want to create only this IAM user I am creating. So there is the 2 ways. This custom password is there. Custom password means okay. So we will give the password, and based on that you can take it. Okay. Otherwise, is the auto generated password means it will AWS will generate the password. That password we have to give it. Okay.
To the user.
Yeah. So now is I am creating the custom password. Okay. So I want to log in, I want to change the password. Next login means we can click this one. If not required means no need to do it.
So if you click every time the password will change, right?
No, one time only password. So 90 days valid days for this password. Once 90 days completed means you have to create that, you have to.
The root user has to create the password.
Not group user. You can only, you can change the password. Okay. So I'm moving to next. Add group. So which group you want to add it? Okay. You are from admin part. I am added a admin group. Okay. Created next. Okay. So tax is up to you. If you want, you can create it. Otherwise, not required. Once it's created, right? This is the one you will get it. Okay. Download CSV file. So in the CSV file, you will get in all these things. Okay. I am copying your user. Okay, first I am copying this your. Okay, now this I will logged out from his root account. I will use for only from IAM IAM user. Okay. So I'm logging out. Okay. Okay, I created as a Sampath as a user. So now onwards, I'm not going to use in root account. I'm going to log out root user. I'm going to use in normal services. Okay. This IAM user, I will use it. Okay. So this is the your IAM service name. Okay. I create this one. So now is I am creating your password. Okay. So I logged in your user. Now is the main thing is we have to set up in um, your this one MFA. We have to set up it. Okay. I'm going to IAM. Once you go to IAM, you are the root user. So it's like this. You are logged in as a user. So you add your MFA. If it is so it will take to new one, new page. I'm going to add this our MFA. So you can download from Google Authenticator. Google Authenticator, I'm going to give that any name. Okay. Once your app is downloaded, we have to go next. Here is the one code will come. This code you have to copy login here. You have to add your code in the Google Authenticator. You download from your Google Authenticator in the Play Store, and you need to add that your MFA codes. Okay, first you have to add it to one code. First time you have to add in two codes. Okay. Once this is code is completed, right? It will be 30 seconds is valid this code. Second time another code you will generate, that code you have to add it. So I'm waiting to generate the second code. Okay, second code is generated. So you are added your MFA. So what is the purpose MFA using? For example, I want to log in. So it will be secured. For example, I will log out, I will log in again. Okay, let me copy that my console. So I'm logging out. I'm logging back again. So here it will ask for your password. I'm logging as a user. Okay. Once you log in, you have to share your MFA. For example, if you missed also, your MFA will secure. So you logged in as your MFA. So this is the use of MFA.
Okay.
Once you have MFA, no one will hack your account. Somebody get the password also, MFA is required. Without MFA, you cannot able to log in. So now IAM. So this your password, I gave you password, right? That password is, it will valid for in 90 days. Okay, so you can click it users. So if you see he is here, so you are allocated to one group. Okay, your last activity also it will show. Password age also it will show. Your console last login also it will show. Your access key and secret key also, that age also it will show. So this access key and secret key is using while you are using this Terraform scripts automation, any GitLab automation bot only you will use it. Okay, this is for your user. So for example, tomorrow you want to change that your password, there is option to change it. Okay. Password boundary, 1 second. Security credentials. So this is for your MFA, multi-factor authenticator. Okay. This is your access key and secret key. There is the option to change your password also. So if you want to delete, it will delete also there. Okay. Once you deleted, you cannot able to create your user. Okay. There is a permission Monday. So management console. Console password is created 7 minutes only. Where is this? Now is here. So here is, if you want to change the password, keep existing password. If you don't want means, you can custom password you can enter. You must create, or if you click means it has to apply for new password. Otherwise not required means just apply means it will update. This password will be valid is 90 days. Every 90 days you have to change your password. Okay. So now is this is the user groups. Okay, this is a groups is there. You are part of the admin, so you have it in all the rights to do it. Okay, these other people have only reader and EC2 and VPC access. This only read accesses. So other people, for example, if I create a my user, so I am only is a part of only reader. Okay, if it is not required, that person is, you don't want to do any operation from your account, only you want to only read it. Okay, read access you can give it. What are the services you want? For example, EC2, VPC, S3, some other service also. Whatever the services you want, just add that those read access only. I already show you how to add this one. So this is for a user. Okay. So these are the roles. Mainly the roles will work in when you are creating the AWS services, those things. This will be, I will help you in the during the while creating the services. Okay. Roles and policies mainly using for only because of that while you are creating this any services, that services need for some access. Those we call as a roles.
So
Okay,
these
IAM.
policies and rules, like it's a default for all the services, and like it is only for IAM.
This default for all the services. All the services, for example, different services policies also there. Okay. For example, IAM purpose, IAM policies also there. For example, different services policies also there. For example, you have in some other services, secret, some other services like VPC, S3, CloudTrail, CloudWatch. Those are all the services you have in different. All the under IAM, this one we can get it. Looks, this is the CloudWatch related policies. Okay, These are all the policies. Okay, this is the CloudWatch. So whatever you want, just if you want to CloudFront, these are all the CloudFront related policies. All the services policies, for example, AWS managing the 200 plus services, right? That 200 related services, all the policies will be there in here. Based on that here, it will be accessing. Okay, it will be creating the roles and policies. Okay, I hope you are understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so now is I told you, right? I will give user access and access key and secret key. Okay. So this access key and secret key, when we are using, right? When you are using that any automation part, those purpose we can use for an access key and secret key. Okay. So here you have to go secret. So you are which part of the admin group also it will show. What is the policies that are attached also it will show here. Okay. So this is your security credentials. So here is there your management console, your login console URL we have, console last login, last password updated, last console sign in, those all the things will be there. Okay, if we click this one, again it will go to same console only. Okay, this is for your MFA, multi-factor authentication. Okay. This is for in your access key and secret key. So why I'm using access key, secret key when you are running that any CLI related things, okay, automation purpose, so those will be, it will cover in advanced level. Now I will give to create the, how to create the access key and secret key. So this access key, secret key mainly using for an outside it, okay. For example, I will use for an AWS CLI. CLI also, that is a one more concept. I will explain you that also. When you're using the CLI, when you're using the GitLab, when you're using the Terraform, when is the GitHub. So DevOps perspective, these credentials will use it. Okay. For example, in companies, what they will do, right? They will create the service account. For example, for you are the user now. We don't know, right? So how many years this stay will this company. So tomorrow we will change to some other company. That's why they will create in one IAM service based user they will create. That user ID password they will use for in this automation part. That is like a act as an admin account. Okay. So I'm creating as a application running in outside AWS. Okay. This is the one. So you give your tag value, some path. Okay. This is for up to you. If you want, you can give it, otherwise not required. So your access key and secret key is down. Okay, created. So once it's one time only it will show this password. If you are not downloaded this file, it will delete. It will not show again. So I'm showing now. Now I'm going to create also, because if you use this also, they can use for in your AWS account all these things also. Okay, this is for main important. Okay, now I have created for testing purpose. Now I'm going to delete this one, because we don't use when you are real time, whenever we need for in that time we can create it again. Okay, when you are in organization, you have to keep your access key and secret keys and carefully. Okay, done. Okay, so this is your access key and secret key. Access key, secret key will not display here. Only when is the first time only it will display, and you have to download it. Okay, so now I'm going to, when you are deleting your secret key, you have to deactivate. So and deactivate means it will, someone is hacked also, it will not work. Okay, and delete it. Okay. So for example, in future you want to activate it again, you go and activate it. Okay, this also every 90 days you have to change your access key and secret key. So otherwise hackers will hack and it will misuse. Okay, so it's taking the time to activating. Okay, so now is learning purpose. I am deactivating this key. I am going to delete also. Key has deactivated. Okay, I'm going to delete. When you are deleting in real time, if it is a really need for deleting, you can delete it. Okay, and you cannot share to others also. Only the wherever is required, that is automation part, there you have to update. Only right person has to say this access key and secret key. Okay, this is about IAM. So this IAM work as a global level. So whenever you are to use the services, right? It will show here, it will show. This service is a global service or region-wise service, like that it will show. So IAM is that global service. That's why it will show as the global here. So this is our account details. Okay. So this is, we'll teach you remaining is what is those all the things. Okay. So this is for about in IAM. I hope you are understand the clearly in IAM. So these policies, all those things, it will explain you later. Okay. But this is about IAM.